A decision was made that I'd be taken into a children's home, and it wasn't just any children's home, it was a children's home run by paedophiles.
At 11, Chris Wilde lost everything. His dad died and his mum's mental health collapsed. He ended up in care in Halifax, where he was groomed, before moving to London to work in care himself. Here he's seen the same patterns repeated.
I've worked in this sector for 10 years, predominantly in London, and I've seen things which would be a national crisis. I've seen children being groomed, I've seen children going missing, forced into county lines. If anything, what I've witnessed in London is more catastrophic than it has been in any other places around the country. Grooming gangs is so expansive. Define a grooming gang. You've got drug gangs, you've got people grooming children into exploitation, you've got people being groomed into criminal organisations. In London, we've got all of that. We don't just have grooming gangs who are exploiting children into prostitution or sexual exploitation. We've got everything in London, and that's what a grooming gang does. They take liberties of the most vulnerable young people in society, and we've got a lot of those in London.
The recent Casey review used London as an example for what was called a mismatch between the ways different organisations record child abuse data. The Met Police have recorded 2.77 contact child sexual abuse cases per 1,000 children, whereas London's local authorities only have 1.3 child in need assessments for child sexual exploitation and 1.79 for child sexual abuse. The Met Police told us they recognise that the review finds their data must improve. They say they're acting on this and have expanded their child exploitation teams with an additional 72 officers, a further 46 in online child sexual abuse and exploitation, and over 200 extra officers specially trained in investigating rape and serious sexual assault. Warda Mohamed set up Ealing-based charity Lasting Support to address taboo and complex safeguarding issues for vulnerable young people.
Without the right data, then people are not aware of how bad the situation is, and that's one of the things this report has highlighted. And I think if people knew exactly how bad it was and all the intricate details involved, then yes, there would have been more interest. I just think it's due to a lack of awareness. A lot of young girls, they don't disclose this when it's happening to them, and in the cases where it's identified whilst it's happening, it's because there's adults around that are able to identify that something's not right. But what's happening in London now is, where are those adults that are in regular contact with those vulnerable young people and vulnerable young girls? Because there's so many cuts to services, and social care in and of itself is so severely underfunded.
Chris says urgent action is needed.
If you're a politician and we present you with evidence, we give you all these young people who've got testimonials about abuse, about neglect across the country from all walks of life, all different religions, all different faiths, all different communities. That evidence is overwhelming. If we work together, we can protect children and we can change it forever, and we will not lose a generation of young people through ignorance.
The Home Office says alongside a national police investigation, they've got the largest ever package of measures to tackle